Talking.
I'll do a brief intro. We're just getting the recording on, and there we go.
Perfect.
So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the North 65 Chamber of Commerce monthly meeting. I'm Melissa Bettendorf, Executive Director, and I'm joined by Assistant Director Vanessa Hansel, who will be co-facilitating today's meeting with me. We will be recording the presentation and the Q&A session of this meeting, and we will stop the recording following the Q&A session. At that time, you'll have the opportunity to introduce yourself and share updates from your organization. You're encouraged to put your questions and comments in the chat as we move through the presentation, or feel free to ask them by unmuting during the Q&A. And now I'd like to introduce today's speaker, City of Isanti Mayor Jeff Johnson, who will be sharing the annual State of the City address. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Johnson.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Isanti Mayor's State of the City address for February 17th, 2021. I am the mayor of Isanti, Jeff Johnson. I did share a most recent photo of my family with everybody. This is my wife, Lisa, my 7-year-old daughter, Emma, and my 2-year-old son, Colton. Right now, my daughter, Emma, is in the primary school at the Isanti Primary School, and God help him when my son makes it there. We'll move on to the recent new commercial projects in the city. We have 5 new businesses that will be opening in Isanti. I should say they did open in 2020. We had the Isanti Floral, Thunder Brothers Brewery, Wolf River Electric, Light the Lamp LED, the Isanti Family Dental and Mindful Yoga and Wellness Studio. Businesses that are approved but not yet open are BP Metals, Little North Boutique, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read too fast. I'll slow down. My Jungle Gym. That one's a good one for all the little ones. It'll be pretty much release them in the building and let them go rampant so they sleep well at night. Serenity Circle office. They relocated from another Isanti location. They're building a new building on the corner of Main Street and Josie? Second. Am I backwards here and where I'm thinking?
Yeah, it's by Main Street and Dahlin.
The Main Street and Dahlin. I was backwards. See, that's why I got to have the city administrator in the room with me.
It's right off Main Street downtown.
It's right off of Main Street downtown that they're relocating in. I'm actually in the wrong business. Well, are they building a new building?
They're in the old family pathways.
Yeah, okay. That's what no, that's My Jungle Gym.
Oh.
I'm talking about Serenity Circle now, Miss Wood. Yeah, it's on Main Street and Third.
I can answer that real quick. Yep, Main Street and 2nd, across from the church, and the Jungle Gym is going into the previous Pathways building.
See, I knew I had Miss Selman here for a reason, and that's why. Thank you, Miss Selman. The Prairie Senior Cottages 2 is under construction right now. So if you go, if you're coming up north or south on 65, right before you would hit, or right after you'd hit Heritage Boulevard, County Road 5, they're under construction right now. All you see is a bunch of wood framing right now in a big, huge crane that's in the sky. So they're moving along in that project as well. We flip our screen here, Ms. Wood. Business development will continue to expand. We've actually had a lot of interest within our industrial park. As you can see in this slide, I haven't had lunch yet. I'm still trying to get my first cup of coffee down, so forgive me. In the red are sold properties. The 15.49 acres, Miss Selman, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the one that we split into 5-acre plots. So it's actually 3 5-acre plots versus that 15 acres. and if am I right, Ms. Stellman, in saying that we pretty much have came down to below 5 open plots within our industrial area now, because they're kind of flying off the shelves.
Yes, that's correct. The 4.86 acres to the north is sold to BP Metals, and they are relocating here from Blaine. And then the 15 acres we have subdivided into 3 5-acre lots. We're selling the north 2 parcels, and we're maintaining the bottom 5 acres, which will be for sale. And then we have the 1.2 acres and the 2.5 acres, and that's what's left of our shovel-ready properties.
So we don't have very many, but we're welcoming all these new businesses with open arms. Some of them are ready to go, and some of them are approved, but not yet broke ground because they're building from the ground up. Some of these businesses have just relocated from within the city of Isanti to where, hey, I need a bigger building, and there's no better way than to build it myself, and that's kind of the process they're following, which is also great. Moving on to residential development, 2020 permits, building, mechanical, building, etc. 1,048 total zoning, fence, shed, driveway, etc. 106 total. Building remains strong during this pandemic, amazingly. As you can see on the graph there, the total new homes by year, 2020 was actually the most built homes within the last 5 years. And 2017 was actually, and 2018 were actually some pretty good years, but we surpassed it in 2020. The new residential growth, Legacy Pines first, second, and third editions, and Heritage Estates, they're in preliminary stages. Fairway Greens North, all these they're flourishing, and they're still building as we speak even right now. A lot of people seem to want to move to God's country, so that's what I call it here anyway. It's great to see that we're all moving forward and up here. Project city updates. We have a new community sledding hill in Bluebird Park that opened in January. If you haven't gotten out there, you got to get your little ones out there. I did, not only for the grand opening, but we've been out there 2 other times now, and my kids seem to want to go there every day, but it's been too cold to get there. Now today, I bet you, it's snowing, so this actually would probably be a really good day to go out there. The Isanti liquor store relocation. If you haven't heard about this, I'll tell you now. There'll be a new building on 6th Avenue across from O'Reilly's. Used to be an old home that sat there, like literally it looked like from the 1800s, the home on the corner. The city has purchased that land. They've leveled that house, and we intend to relocate the liquor store there. And the goal is to have that open by Thanksgiving of 2021. City awarded 17 COVID relief grants with CARES funding. The city also hired a building official and no longer has services through Minspect. That started January 1st of 2021. He's been doing a remarkable job. He's a good guy, but he crosses his T's, he dots his I's, and he's by the book. I really think he was a great fit for our team. Kudos to the staff that was in that hiring process. Access to Legacy Park is now complete. Within that housing development, they do have a parking lot there where you can park. There's a sign there that lets you know, obviously, hopefully you're at Legacy Park, but just in case, we put a sign up there. You have a path to walk into the park now. It's got some great access now that the development's moving along. There has been a reduction in water and sewer usage that was approved. I kind of campaigned on, hey, I would lower taxes, which we've done. We've had a 0% tax increase until this year. We had a negative 1% tax increase in the city of Isanti. And now one project at a time that I've been working on, taxes are out of the way. Now I'm going to move on to the water, and the council and I have Went over a lot of different items with a great city administrator and a great finance director. We found a way to reduce the water and sewer usage, and that fee will drop and become more stable. There is discussion with the county. It has started, and it more than likely, fingers crossed, will start in spring, that we will have a 3-legged stoplight at the intersection of Heritage Boulevard and East Dual, which is right outside that Quick Trip that is crazy busy all the time. The city is continuing to reduce unnecessary spending, to raise taxes. So even though we're doing all these projects within our cities, it's fair to say that we have planned and budgeted, and we're not raising taxes in anything we do. And there's a lot of things in the horizon. Besides that sledding hill, we'd like to put an amphitheater in Bluebird Park to potentially move the street dances from the street into the park. We'd also like to put a splash pad in Bluebird Park as well. We're going to kind of grandstand Bluebird Park, make it a centralized park. But all these projects that the city is doing, there's no intention of raising taxes. We'd like to keep them at 0 or at a negative percentage as much as possible. And thank goodness for good staffing, good council, a good team all around that that fits the last slide on this the best by saying the future of Isanti is bright and exciting. It continues to flourish, and that is complete intention on my part for this city of Isanti, whether you're a resident, a business owner, you're in the schools, or it doesn't matter whomever you are. If you're within the walls of the city of Isanti, it's my intent to make sure that we all flourish. We're all happy, and we all continue to grow together. We're all looking forward to 2021. I hope everybody stays well, warm, and I thank you today for attending this meeting. It's always great to see each and every one of you. And if there's any questions or whatever Ms. Bettendorf would like to do now, I'll turn it back over to her.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that presentation. We appreciate having you here and for the information. And so I will open the floor now for questions. You can unmute or you can use the chat if that is more convenient for you. Questions, comments, observations?
Fire away. I stated before, there's no dumb question in my mind unless it's an unasked question. Did I do that good in covering everything?
You covered it really well. I just wanted, I know that the street dances have been approved for the summer, looking ahead to something warm and fun where we can get together. And can you update on that? I believe there's an extra one this year. Is that right?
That is correct. Last year we shifted gears because the council and I felt like everybody was potentially going crazy, being cooped up in their homes and having a stay-at-home order. Once we were given the thumbs up that we could have so many people, we tried to keep as close count as possible that we could, and we let those people come to the street dances. My only question is how do we feel about a fourth one? And everybody, let's talk to the community and see what kind of feeling we get. And every council member came back to the table saying, there's nobody saying no to this. It's within our budget. Why not? So we put the fourth one on the September 11th now. So besides, we start in, I'm horrible at months. June. So we do it June, July, and August was the normal thing, but now we have added one in September as well. So, kind of a fall-like dance, which is kind of, my way of saying our beautiful time of the year is now over, and snow is going to fly any minute, but let's kick it off with some fun activities. So last year we added the fourth one. It was a great hit. And the council and I discussed about the fourth one this year, and nobody had any negative things to say about it, nor did the community. It was within our budget. So here we go again with a fourth one. And I feel like we'll keep it that way until somebody has something bad to say, but I don't foresee that happening.
Other questions? I did see one asking about the parade and the rodeo, and the rodeo is scheduled. The parade is we're in the works with planning that. Just waiting to see when the right time is to open up the registration and all that. So.
I gotta speak up on that too, because a lot of people have the misperception that the city has control over that, and we do not. There is a rodeo association, and the chamber actually has control of the parade. We just say, Mrs. Bettendorf, you and your committee and are more than welcome to use our streets, and boom, it happens. And I moved here, I'm going on my 4th year now of being a resident in the city, and going on my 3rd year as the mayor. I couldn't have chose a better location if you ask me. But that's my opinion. And every year that I've seen this parade, whether I was in it or not, it seems to get bigger and bigger and bigger every year. And man, what fun it is. So fingers crossed, we're hoping the chamber, as of now, as Ms. Bettendorf said, it's scheduled, and so is the rodeo, and fingers crossed it stays that way and we can all enjoy it in 2021.
Right. And you bring up a good point. And so the festival doesn't happen without the partnership of the entire community. The chamber does take the lead on the parade and the Kids Day activities. The fire department coordinates the rodeo, but there are so many community organizations and the city as a partner with the police department and the permitting and the use of the space. It's really a very big community partnership, and happy to be a part of it and involve all of those different organizations in making that happen for our community.
Likewise, I couldn't agree more. I'm glad that we're one big happy family, and we seem to do great things with one another, and I look forward to continue on doing them. Those are fun events, that parade and the rodeo, and now the city in its own is trying to help, hop more on the fun bandwagon. I know we did a candy cane hunt over the winter, and a lot of new things that are coming in. We do have a new park and rec gal that she is starting in March 8th. And she used to do the St. Paul Winter Carnival. So it'll be great to have her employed by the city of Isanti and see what kind of thing she can come up. And my 7-year-old calls that person the fun lady. So it'll be great to have the fun lady aboard and see what kind of fun we can have as a city, and keep partnershiping. Is that a word? Partnershiping? Partnering. There we go. Partnering with the Chamber of Commerce, the fire department, whomever it may be. I mean, you lend us a hand, and or the best way to put it is, you scratch our back, we'll be sure to scratch yours. More definitely so. Even if it was because Mr. Rudolph's here, I could see even if the schools needed anything, Mr. Rudolph knows best of anybody. Just ask. What's the worst you're going to get, except for, yeah, we can't do that. But I feel like I haven't said no since I've sat here. If it's not got a crazy price tag, heck yeah, let's do it. There's got to be more questions. Otherwise, I'm going to keep rambling because I'm really good at that.
Yes, there is one that just popped in the chat from Diane Rasmussen. She's asking, in what areas would we like to see more growth, and how can we help to expand even more?
Well, in the city of Isanti, we have pretty much fulfilled every bit of growth we can on the west side of 65. Residential wise, there's nowhere for us to go unless we go a little bit south of Isanti, which is down by South Passage and Whiskey. There's a little bit of room left there. It is owned by a developer and potentially could blossom any day. Otherwise, on the east side of 65, there are some new residential homes that'll be popping up over there. But it would be nice to spread our wings, so to speak, in that direction. And if more people come, then our hopes are more businesses are going to come. Ms. Selman can touch base. The Planning Commission, or was it the EDA, Ms. Selman? We decided to send her to a university to give her more tools and education on how to solicit for the city of Isanti. And she's had a lot of reading virtually and feels like she's back in college again. But no better person to throw in that hat to get her done, because we knew she'd get her done. And we hope that she can, I forgot to mute my phone. I am so sorry. We hope that, more businesses will come with more people and that's, the famous saying that we run by is, if you build it, they will come. The old movie Field of Dreams, if anybody remembers that one. And Ms. Selman, have you finished that yet? I know you were close.
The academy? Yes,
Yeah.
I'm done with that in about 2 weeks. I have about a 2-hour meeting. The city administrator and we have about a 2-hour meeting with them to go over all the materials and then go over the marketing materials and data that they've collected for our city as far as trips per day, population, demographics. So I'll have all that information in a couple weeks here.
So fingers crossed. She's got all the tools and education now, and we're going to sick her on all those businesses, and hopefully we can bring some more people onto the team, and whether it's residential, commercial, and industrial wise, we'll all flourish.
Jeff, this is Vanessa. You had touched briefly on talking about some recent updates to the City of Isanti Building Department in hiring a new building official. Is there anything additional that you'd like to share with that process? Either changes or updates to permits, inspections, and a new software that you may be working on with an online portal in that area?
Well, Ms. Selman, I'm glad you popped out and then back in, because this is going to be your realm. I know we did have to get new software. When we did decide we were going to do that switch, we had to bring the software. I mean, it's been, oh geez, Josie, how long it's been since we've had an in-house? Yeah.
It was 2 full years.
So there was 2 full years that we did not have an in-house building official. We contracted it out to Minspect. And the only thing that I can say is things didn't go so well. So we decided, the council and I, that we wanted to go back to an in-house building official and potentially save the city and its residents and taxpayers a lot of money. And we did just that. We did get the new software that was needed for the building official to do everything in-house. And from there on, Ms. Selman, is there anything I need more to add?
Sure. Yeah. So we're working on the software so that we will have an online portal, and by summer we're hoping to get that up and running, and we will be doing everything digitally as far as permits go, zoning and building inspections, building, commercial, residential, industrial will be online. So you would create your own portal and you go in there and submit your plans, and then you would have correspondence with the building official, and it would all be through email saying, if it's approved or we need additional information, or yes, it's approved, here you go, now you can pay for it, you pay for it online, and then they're set, they get the plans back marked up and they're ready to go.
Thanks for
Hopefully that
that.
answered your question, Vanessa.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
So,
And
just a comment from it. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Just a comment in who schools represented here. We have Cambridge Isanti Schools as well as Art and Science Academy. It's a
Which
follow-up
it would
to the
be, it would
previous
be
comment.
more of my curiosity because I know the schools have been battling the good fight through all this pandemic. And I got to say kudos to Professor Rudolph there on keeping that line of communication wide open. Again, because I have a daughter in the school district, so I not only get it from, I get an email from Mr. Rudolph. It seems like on a weekly basis. It's probably monthly, but it seems like weekly. And I also get one from her principal. I was shocked I didn't get one from her teacher, the rate we were going, but good line of communication by our school district, and everybody involved and within has done a fabulous job. And obviously they have an impact on our community and our businesses and our residents as well. So good job, Mr. Rudolph. There seems to be more people, I think, that popped in. There's got to be questions here.
Yes, we did have a number of people pop in as you were presenting. So feel free to unmute if you've got a question or pop it in the chat. We've got just a few more minutes for this Q&A portion. So, and I know that you make yourself very, very available. Jeff, if people have questions, they can find your contact information on the city website.
Yep, and I also have a office day, which is every Wednesday. I'm generally here from 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. I sit in my office and wait for business owners, residents, whoever it may be that just wants to come and talk to me. I welcome you with open arms. Heck, I'll even give you a cup of coffee, a bottle of water, or a can of soda if you want it while we're chatting. But I encourage you to give me a call, email me, or by all means come and see me with any comments, questions, or concerns. The only way that we're going to become a better city is to listen to everybody, and that's my plan.
Excellent. Well, thank you.
Kind of a different, gear from the first year I did this to today. I think I might be getting the hang of this.
I think so. Absolutely. So, well, thank you so much for being here and providing this information. Again, we'll end the recording here and move on to the next portions of our meeting. Invite everyone to stay on.